What kind of statement do you think was made trading for Marshon Lattimore?
Um, you know, definitely a statement that we're going to take a run at it for sure in the playoffs. I know we're still in the, postseason, but I mean, regular season, but, that aspect of getting a guy like him and what we have here is a brotherhood that we're building and something special. So to add a guy like that to the team is huge. And looking forward to what we could do for the rest of the season and hopefully to get to that point in the postseason. So adding him is a great addition for sure.
How does that feel for you when it hasn't really been going like that your first couple of years here?
Um, I saw some stuff online saying like guys want to come here, like that's pretty cool, just because the reputation we always had and that type of stuff going around the league. It's just nice to hear that for sure, and to be one of those teams that's desired. And the fact that we did it so quick, it's crazy. So really huge, really excited to hear that, just for that stance and for fan base and everything like that. So
Is that something you experience, like talking to your friends around the league? Like people realizing, like, hey, Washington might be better than it was last year, a couple years ago?
well, yeah, I mean, winning, it's hard to win in this league. It's not easy. It takes a lot to win consistently, and to be able to do that, it's not, you don't just roll your helmet out there and say, hey, we're going to win, it takes a lot of work. And to be able to do that and to build the culture that we're building right here, I keep saying that word special, but it is. So I love to be a part of it. I love that I am a part of it. And to be able to do this, it's nice because like being a guy that has been a part of, the beginning, it just makes you work even harder just to keep what we have,
Yeah.
And so I love that. I love fighting for that, and it's like it's bigger than me. It's bigger than the guy next to me. It's all about the team.
You guys, like a lot of people around here use the word brotherhood. Like, what does that mean? Like, how do you see that on the day to day?
Like if a guy messes up or something happens on the field, like there's not the sense of like flinching of like, oh crap, like it's like, I don't know, we don't question our ability to keep fighting, like there's not that will to give up. And through adversity, you really see what comes out of that. And when we see an adversity, we don't flinch, which is so cool to see. And we just keep fighting for each other, keep fighting for this brotherhood that we're building. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've seen it. And I've seen what happens on the other side of that, of not fighting for that, not doing that, and what that gets you to. So being able to see that is so cool.
You talk about building that winning culture. The Steelers, Mike Tomlin, have never had a losing season with him as the head coach. When you get ready to play a team like that, doing what you guys are doing, how much do you think about kind of emulating that and also maybe exceeding that here?
Yeah, what they've done is truly, special. That's why he's been the head coach there since 2000 and yeah, yeah, for that to be that consistent and being able to win and build something like that, that's huge. That speaks a lot of volume. So on that part of their organization. So they pride themselves in playing physical and tough and for each other, and so do we. So I could see Sunday being a fist fight for sure, just going back and forth. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to what we have, and looking forward to what they have.
Tough, physical. The Steelers D-line, what kind of challenge is that?
They have a really good D-line. They got, TJ and they got all those cats on there. They play really hard. Have a really good front, really good defense. They pride themselves on defense for sure. So yeah, we have a big challenge, especially O-line wise. We know that, but we're also, we say we're focusing on us and what we can do better each and every week. and putting ourselves in the best position to be successful on the football field. So that's what we're doing right now, and then once Sunday comes, we'll be strapped up, ready to go.
You mentioned the speed at which you guys have been able to turn things around. Is that safe to say that's maybe your biggest surprise to the season, or we're at the halfway part of the season at this point? What's been the biggest surprise or shock for you this year?
Yeah, I mean, for sure that. Each and every year I come into the season very optimistic and hopeful. And, you kind of feel like you got something, you don't know. I mean, everybody kind of felt like that, especially going early on. Five's been incredible, and having him be the type of leader he is, and I mean, he's not a rookie in our eyes, and that's a huge thing. He's taken this team and ran with it, and he's got the keys to the car, and he's been driving it like it's going 200 miles an hour, and I love it. I'm here for it, and we just fight for each other, and we keep doing what we do and keep winning ball games, behind that guy. So it's been amazing so far.
Yeah, Marshon, obviously we have a lot of familiarity being from the same recruiting class at Ohio State, and we played each other in the league. And, I just think he's everything you look for in a top corner in this league, from his length with his arms, his play speed, his physicality, his ability to match any receiver in the league, quick guys, bigger bodies. His competitive edge, I think, is what sets him apart. I think the word, dog gets thrown around a lot, but I think he's everything that we're looking for, everything that DQ and this organization is looking for in a competitor. He relishes in the challenges of going against the best guys, and you see his personality come out on the field. He may not say too much in interviews or in the locker room, but his play does all his talking, and so I'm excited to see how he adds to the group of guys that we already have. As you can see, they've gotten a lot better over the course of the season, our defense, but adding a guy like that, I truly feel like gives you another edge, and not only for them but for me as well, and our receivers. Just being able to go against him in practice is going to help us as well. So excited to have him on our team. I can't wait to see him just go out there and compete and do what he does. It's fun, as a teammate and just as a football fan, just to see guys who can be at the high level like that and can change games.
Shout out to Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say about the organization that you're willing to make moves like this?
Yeah, I think DQ and AP have done a great job of just trying to assemble this team with a great group of competitors, first and foremost, guys who love ball, guys who are unselfish. We got a great group of leaders at the top with veteran guys. Then the rookies that they brought in as well are really highly competitive and show some leadership qualities as well. So, you can tell that we're not waiting around and trying to feel things out. We want to go out and be aggressive, not just on the field but off the field, to try to win as many games as possible and see where that takes us. And you need the right people in here first, which I believe they brought in, and players who are unbelievable competitors and really good at their job. So for them to do that in the middle of the season, that pretty much tells you where their mind's at as far as the rest of the season goes.
Terry, what do you remember about meeting Marshon for the first time?
I remember Coach Meyer wanted us to really smother him on one of our recruiting visits. We would have recruiting visits where some of the guys that were already committed would be there, and then we'd be hosting guys that we still wanted. And Marshon, I remember being at the top of the board, him and Eric Smith coming out of Glenville, and like I said, it's kind of funny because Marshon doesn't really say a lot. He's pretty much to himself, but it's sometimes hard to know what he's thinking. But when he gets out on the field, he's an ultimate competitor. So we were extremely happy to get him to be a part of our recruiting class, and he overcame some adversity with some early injuries. But it's as soon as he got on the field, he was the best player on the field. So that's just a testament to who he is. He works extremely hard. He's a great teammate, and he's going to help our team be better.
Hey, Terry, moving on from the Giants to Pittsburgh this week, talk a little bit about this matchup coming up.
Yeah, I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers have been a premier organization for a very long time in this league, from their fan base to, their history. And Coach Tomlin has done a great job of building an identity with them, and I think they exude that each and every time they step on the field. Their defense is extremely physical. They're doing a great job of taking away the football. They have elite players on all three levels, in my opinion. And, it's going to be a 4-quarter battle going against them. Obviously, we know we got to be physical, match their physicality, if not taking up a notch. But we got to take care of the football. A team that's very opportunistic, really forces you to be consistent going down the field. Can't get in negative plays because that's when T.J. Watt affects every down, but especially on when you get behind the sticks, it allows him and their other pass rushers to really pin their ears back and attack your offense. So we just got to do a good job staying ahead of the sticks and protecting the football. But, I got a lot of respect for their organization and how Mike Tomlin's built that team and the identity that they have. And so for us, I feel like we're building a very strong identity for ourselves where anytime, anywhere, any place, we're looking forward to the challenge. So, this is going to be good on good, and we're looking forward to it this weekend.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Obviously, Adam has his own people doing all the homework and all that, but did you talk to him at all about Marshon, or at what point did you talk to him?
Yeah, he asked me a little bit of what I thought about him. At the end of the day, I trust their decisions to do whatever it takes to make this team better. But, anytime I'm asked questions by the scouts, AP, DQ, I'm going to give my honest opinion. And it's a lot easier when you have a personal, relationship with guys and you've seen them on a day-to-day basis from in college and going against them in the league. And, I just know what he brings to the table from a competitor standpoint. He's exactly what we're looking for. He's an alpha corner. He doesn't back down from anybody. And, I think there's nothing more evident to the kind of competitor he is than you see him and Mike Evans matchups. I know they got jawing, but you just see that's corner, receiver, high-level football at its best. You got two great players going at it, and neither one of them going back down. And, Marshon did a great job against Mike Evans in a lot of the games. And I think whatever situation our defensive coaches decide to put him in, he's going to be ready for it. You know what I mean? I think he has the versatility to – obviously he plays outside, but I know he can play inside. I know he can play boundary field. He can do it all. You know what I mean? I think that's great when you add a player like that who's so versatile because you can really plug and play him anywhere and he can elevate your defense. And just like, again, his mentality and his attitude is the number one thing I just wanted to convey to our staff of just how much of a competitor he is. He's a lot similar to me where he may not say a lot, but when you get on the field, that's when it gets real. So I'm excited to see him go for us.
Terry, with the success you guys have had this season with
Mhm.
added attention, seems like more fans are attending.
Yeah.
Does it, in a lot of respects, does it feel like a different franchise for you?
There's definitely a lot of newness. First and foremost, just with everything that's going on in the building. Obviously, you can see the changes from Josh Harris and the entire ownership group just giving us everything we need as players to be successful on the field, off the field. From a personnel standpoint, obviously a lot of players are new this year, and I just think the mentality that we have this year has been very consistent. Even in the few games that we have lost, we've been extremely competitive, and our identity shows when we turn on the tape. You see guys offensively playing hard without the ball, being unselfish. You see guys on defense flying around trying to take the football away. And our objectives are clear each and every week when we go into the game, and I think DQ does a great job conveying his message, and he allows us to be us. I think that's one of the best qualities about him as a head coach, where he has expectations, but he allows you to let your personality show and lead in the ways that are true to you, and I really appreciate him for that. And you can tell that guys are having a lot of fun, not only on Sundays, but I just think, practice during the week doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean? I've been in situations where the week it feels just like such like a grind and very tough on you mentally and physically. But we get our work in here like all the teams in the league. But at the same time, there's such a purpose in the way we practice, the way we attack game-like situations, whether it's 2-minute, whether it's into game, into half. Gotta have it situations. I feel like we're always prepared for what's to come, and even when the defense does something or the offense does something a little different, our competitiveness and the way we're being trained each and every day allows us to rise to the occasion and be ready for whatever comes on Sundays.
Do home teams feel different?
Oh, 100%. And I think it's because we're winning. No, I don't think. I know it's because we're winning. And I know there's been some consistency there, and you can't blame the fans for wanting to support that more. You know what I mean? Especially when, you know, it's been the way it's been for a while, to give them something that they could be proud of. Yes, the X's and the O's and the wins and the losses, but I think the product of the field, like the brotherhood, the camaraderie that we have, I feel like that exudes when we go out there and play for one another. And I think it's a true home field advantage when they come out and they are as loud as they are. And we're going to need them this week against a really good, you know, Pittsburgh team. And so when you come into a hostile environment and your fans are able to affect third downs, they're able to affect when we make big plays on offense, the other team feels that. Trust me, I know, being on a team when you go to an opposing stadium and they're loud. So I'm just really happy to be a part of this organization and with the fans that are really rallying behind us and have been able to be as patient as they could. But I'm excited for the rest of this season and just what's to come. That what we're building here is something that I feel like can be sustained.
Terry,
Have you ever scored twice on just 2 catches?
Nah, I haven't. I've never scored on 2 catches in a game before. That was being my it was kind of wild. And I've said in the past, I think one of the differences this year is just getting a little bit more looks in the red zone. And I feel like my red zone route running has improved significantly over my career, but just the opportunities when we see advantageous matchups, we're taking those. And it's not just myself, but other guys in our room are really just making plays. I'm really excited to see how Noah's making plays in OZ and even Deami in his limited snaps, and I know Luke's going to continue to grind and be ready for his opportunity. But never been in a game where I've had 2 catches and 2 touchdowns. But hey, that's a good day at the office. We'll take it and a win.
Terry, you were here 4 years ago when you guys beat the Steelers. Back, at that point, beating a team like the Steelers was, almost a franchise season-changing win for you guys. Now it seems like it might be just another win this season. How does that approach feel differently going into this game?
Yeah, well, anytime you can win in this league, you celebrate it. It's not easy to win on any given Sunday, no matter who you're playing. So obviously at that time it was a big win for us considering where we were at that point in the season. But just this team and identity is a lot different from that team, and I think we go in each and every day knowing that we can compete at a high level, and we have a brand of football that we feel like can compete with anybody, and it's just about a matter of us going out there and executing our plan, taking care of the football offensively, the defense taking it away, us staying ahead of the sticks and scoring in the red zone, and just taking the fight to them. Like I said, an organization like that where they hang their hat on their toughness, and it's basically you versus them. They're not going to overcomplicate things. They trust their players and their scheme, and they're going to make it hard on you to try to execute. And so for us, I think we've had a lot of challenges come up throughout the season that have been different. We've had to find different ways to win, score points, get stops. So we're prepared for this matchup, and we're excited to go against a team like this and have another chance to move a step forward in our brotherhood and what we're building here. So, we're excited for Sunday, and these are the matchups you really look forward to because, like I said, it's 2 really good teams, 2 really good organizations that are playing well right now, and something's got to give. So, we're looking forward to it.